Hearken, cherished soul. A divine delivery has manifested in your atmosphere. A blessing, specifically crafted for you, has just landed at the threshold of your awareness. But know this with absolute certainty. This is the final invitation. Should you turn away now, should you dismiss this nudge, the gift will recede back into the heavenly realm from whence it came. Open your heart to it, now. My beloved, do not let this moment pass you by as mere chance. This is no random occurrence in the vast sea of digital noise. You were led here through a series of what seemed like accidents, through a persistent thought you couldn't shake, through a feeling you couldn't explain. Something divine, something ancient and wise guided your eyes to these words. The celestial realm watches with bated breath. A powerful decree was issued in your favor just hours ago. Archangel Michael, the great protector and warrior of light, stood as a witness when your name was etched into the cosmic ledger. Your miracle has been ratified, approved at the highest level. Yet there is a secret woven into its fabric. A deeper truth lies concealed beneath the surface of this gift. And if you depart now without uncovering this hidden layer, you will spend your days sensing a void, a missing piece of your own destiny, forever wondering what profound truth you were meant to discover. You felt its pull already, haven't you? A strange magnetism throughout your day, a gentle, insistent pressure in the center of your chest, a warmth that felt like a summons from somewhere beyond. Perhaps you dismissed it once, twice, or even a dozen times before. But this time, you couldn't. This message vibrates at a frequency your soul instantly recognizes, a homecoming frequency. Archangel Michael is piercing the veil, speaking directly to the core of your being. His call is urgent, not with panic, but with the deep, resonant urgency of a father rushing to save his child. Heaven didn't just authorize your miracle, they infused it with a personal communication you were divinely guided not to overlook. In the silent watches of last night, while the world slumbered in oblivious peace, the heavenly hosts remained vigilant on your behalf. A sacred ceremony unfolded. A celestial scroll was unfurled in the radiant presence of the divine. An angel spoke your name, and at the precise hour of 3:02 a.m., a shift occurred in the fabric of light. Archangel Michael stepped forward, his voice echoing through eternity. This soul has endured enough. The time for their elevation is now. Approve it. The divine nodded in agreement, yet added a condition. Conceal a revelation within it. Let us see if they possess the depth to seek it, to stay until it is found. My child, you are holding that concealed revelation right now, but the clock is ticking. You have only moments to remain in this sacred space before the window closes. Your miracle has been dispatched, yes, but it remains dormant, incomplete, until you absorb the wisdom hidden within. You have wept for this, have you not? You have spent countless nights staring into the darkness, pleading for a sign that your prayers were heard. You whispered, "Is there anyone out there listening?" And in that very instant, Michael was. He perceived the cry of your heart even when your lips were silent. He witnessed the anguish of your spirit, and he moved. He ran to the throne of grace to plead your case. So I ask you now, after such divine intervention on your behalf, would you walk away from the very revelation heaven wrapped inside your breakthrough? Let me share a secret, a truth you weren't meant to know. This miracle wasn't scheduled for this week. It faced delays, obstacles, invisible barriers erected by someone close to you, someone whose own unresolved shadows were unknowingly blocking your path. But Archangel Michael, the breaker of chains, fought through the celestial opposition. He did not relent until the last barrier shattered. And last night, at the moment of its final release, a curious phenomenon occurred. The ethereal flame beside your name in the heavenly record flickered, not once, but twice. A gasp echoed through the angelic ranks, for that flicker signified the detection of a hidden truth, an unresolved piece of your past. A lingering energy is intricately tied to this very miracle. This is why the message within is more vital than any communication you have ever received. The hidden component of your blessing is not a tangible object. It is a revelation, a key to understanding. In the coming days, you will be entrusted with information that will fundamentally alter your perspective, but you will fail to recognize its significance, its transformative power, if you walk away now. This message is the decoder. It is the quiet whisper that calibrates your heart to receive what is coming. You may feel chills cascading down your spine as you read this. Do not mistake it for a simple physical reaction. It is your spirit unlocking, a sacred resonance. A part of your eternal soul already remembers the truth heaven is striving to remind you of in this very moment. Why was it hidden? Because not every soul is ready to receive this depth. It is reserved for the one who refuses to scroll past, the one who remains present, the one whose hunger for divine truth surpasses their doubt. You are that one. That is why you are still here, still reading. The angelic realm observes, Michael observes, and you are the sole agent who can complete the sacred work that commenced in the heavens last night. Before we journey further into the heart of this mystery, Michael has a single request: remain until the final word. You have overlooked countless signs before, subtle winks from the universe, gentle proddings from your guides, but this one is different. This one has been sealed with the fire of divine intention and the gold of eternal love. If you depart midway, the miracle will still arrive on your doorstep, but you will lack the understanding to receive it, the wisdom to steward it, and the sight to recognize it. And that, beloved, is what grieves the heart of Michael the most. So listen closely, Radiant One. Before I unveil the next layer of heaven's hidden message, I ask for a promise. Do not let this sacred transmission fade from your life like a forgotten dream. Make a conscious choice to anchor this energy. Let the divine remain an active presence in your days. The celestial accountants are noting the hearts that truly listen. Be counted among the faithful few who chose to stay.
Now, take a deep, cleansing breath, for what I am about to share will illuminate everything. The true miracle is not solely about the gift you are about to receive. It is about the person you are destined to become once you receive it. Heaven is not bestowing this upon you as a reward for remaining stagnant. They are granting it because they witnessed a flame ignite within you when all others surrendered to despair. They saw you still praying with cracked lips, still taking one more step on weary legs, still whispering, "I believe," when you had no breath left for a full prayer. In that moment of profound faith, your name was called in the heavenly council, and now it is inscribed on a scroll that can never be erased, a permanent record in the annals of eternity. But you must grasp this fundamental truth. The miracle is encased within a choice. You either step fully into the version of yourself that heaven ratified last night, or you retreat back into the past that nearly consumed you. The middle ground has dissolved. There is no neutral territory anymore. This is the source of the urgency. This is why Michael cries out, "Awaken and receive this now." For the angels understand a profound secret. A miracle without the accompanying revelation is like a sealed letter containing the map to your treasure, but with no instruction to open it. And heaven did not navigate celestial courts, break down cosmic barriers, and fight for your freedom, only to watch you wander lost once more. There is another layer you should know. Michael desired this miracle to be spectacular, a grand, visible sign that would leave no room for doubt. He wanted it announced with a trumpet blast, but the divine counseled otherwise. "Let it arrive softly," came the wisdom.
like a secret only the faithful can perceive. This is why you will not witness fireworks when it manifests. You will feel a subtle shift, a sudden peace, an unexpected phone call, a whisper of an idea. A door that has been sealed for years will suddenly feel slightly ajar. Do not dismiss the small signs. That is where your miracle will choose to hide, in the unassuming moments, in the spaces no one else bothers to examine, in the seconds you might otherwise overlook. Child, I must now tell you what is approaching, but your heart must be fully open, vulnerable, and receptive. Because once you hear this, your life will irrevocably shift. Yes, I sense your readiness. Let us continue, allowing even deeper peace to saturate your soul. For this is no longer just a collection of words you are reading. It is a living, breathing encounter, an experience now actively unfolding within your spirit, and it is far from over. You can sense it, can't you? A beautiful, lingering presence still hovers in the air around you. It is the essence of Archangel Michael, still here, watching, waiting, ensuring you fully absorb what heaven fought so valiantly to deliver. You did not simply stay with this message, you entered into a covenant with it. Somewhere in the depths of your being, your heart stopped resisting and began the sacred work of remembering. Remembering what it feels like to be truly seen, to be deliberately chosen, to be loved without condition or requirement. You were created for this precise moment, and this moment was carefully orchestrated for you. This is why every possible distraction tried to intercept you before you could find it. But you persevered, you listened, you opened the innermost chamber of your heart. Let me tell you a secret known only in heaven. In the instant you silently uttered your yes, a spiritual gateway activated. That gate was not external, it was within you, and as it swung open, divine light began to cascade through every shadowed corner where fear had constructed its walls. Your spirit was not merely revived tonight, it was awakened, and you will feel this awakening intensify in the days ahead. You will develop a heightened sensitivity, an ability to sense when an environment is misaligned, and a deep knowing when genuine peace enters a room. Your movements will change, becoming more deliberate. Your words will soften, carrying more weight. Your listening will deepen, becoming more compassionate. This transformation occurs because you are no longer who you were. You are actively becoming who you were always designed to be. There is another truth I must share. Your journey, your decision to persist, has already become an inspiration in the spiritual realm. A soul still lost in darkness, still searching for a flicker of hope, will find their way because you chose not to give up tonight. Such is the power of your yes. It did not just alter your own trajectory, it created ripples of light that will touch lives you may never know. One day, someone will walk into their own miracle, and the invisible seed of their breakthrough will trace back to this very moment, to your courage, to this sacred transmission. And if, right now, your heart aches with the thought of a loved one who has passed on, allow the tears to flow freely, for they are here. They have been granted permission to draw close to you tonight, not as a distant memory, but as a divine witness. They saw you reading this. They see the radiance of your spirit brightening, and with tears of profound joy in their own eternal eyes, they whispered to the heavens, "Thank you." They finally heard it. They finally understood. So, tonight, before you drift into slumber, I invite you to perform a simple, powerful act. Close your eyes and place your hand gently over your heart. Feel its rhythm, its steady pulse. This is your sacred reminder. You are still here, still breathing for a profound reason. Your mission on this earth is not complete. Heaven still envisions incredible things to accomplish through you. And no matter what has been fractured, no matter what has been misplaced, the divine still restores, still rebuilds, still renews. Perhaps you cannot yet see the full picture. Perhaps you are still questioning, but how will this happen? What do I do now? And heaven responds with infinite tenderness. Just take the next breath. Simply rest. Simply trust. You do not need to map out the next decade.
You only need to walk with me, one moment at a time. And from this night forward, you will never walk alone again. Your dwelling is now consecrated, your soul is now realigned with its true purpose, and your future is now guarded by a force far greater than fate. It is guided by divine intention. Heaven is not finished communicating with you. In the days ahead, you will begin to notice repeating numerical sequences, words spoken by strangers that echo this message, dreams that feel more vivid and real than waking life. Do not ignore them. Record them. These are not coincidences. They are threads of light, weaving together the next chapter of your story. This is how the divine communicates, through whispers, through moments, through symbols, through sacred interruptions like this one. And if no one has told you this today, let heaven declare it to you now. You are deeply significant. You are wildly, unconditionally loved. You are unshakably chosen, and you are divinely protected, now and for all eternity. Remember this final promise from Archangel Michael, spoken directly into the sanctuary of your heart. Wherever you journey, I journey with you. Whatever you confront, we will confront together. No evil shall touch what the divine has claimed. No darkness shall enter what has been consecrated as sacred ground. This dwelling is sealed. This soul is marked. This night is holy. Rest peacefully now. Heaven remains here. Yes, beloved, we are still here. You, me, and heaven, intertwined. And that means something powerful is still unfolding within you.
There are no accidents in divine timing. You are not reading this because you are weak or broken. You are reading this because you are ready. Ready for the next season. Ready for complete restoration. Ready to remember what your soul has always intrinsically known. You are not here to be forgotten. You are here to be fulfilled. Tonight marks the establishment of a spiritual covenant. You said yes, and heaven responded with an unbreakable vow. I will never leave you again. This means that from this point forward, your life will begin to emit a new frequency. It will be the kind of light others feel before you even speak. Some will not understand why they feel an overwhelming sense of peace when you enter a room. Some will not know why tears spring to their eyes during a conversation with you. It is because you have been marked by heaven. You are carrying divine presence. You are not like others, and you never were. And now, with the angels having cleared the atmosphere, with Archangel Michael having sealed your dwelling with a protection deeper than any earthly fortress, you will begin to witness the evidence of what was spoken. Observe what unfolds in the next 3 days. A confirmation is en route. It may arrive through a stranger, a sudden opportunity, a breakthrough in the area where you have experienced the most resistance. Something you had abandoned hope on is about to return, but in an even better form. You will recognize it when it happens, and your soul will whisper, "This was it. That message was real." Heaven does not tease. Heaven delivers. But I must tell you this, one final task remains, just one, and it is beautifully simple. Do not turn back. That is all. Do not revert to old patterns, old fears, old habits. Do not return to the people who only felt comfortable with your broken version. Do not diminish your light simply to be accepted by those who are never meant to accompany you into this new chapter. You are ascending now, and those who cannot breathe at your new altitude will naturally fall away. Allow them to. This is grace in action. This is divine alignment. This is sacred elevation. There is no longer any need to argue, to explain your growth, to defend your healing. The fruit of what the divine is cultivating in your life will speak far louder than any words ever could. Let your peace be your sermon. Let your calm be your answer. Let your joy be your response. Archangel Michael wants you to engrave this on your heart. You are fully known and still deeply chosen. You do not have to earn what is already rightfully yours: love, safety,
healing, favor. It was all yours from the very beginning. Tonight merely reminded you of what your soul has always carried. You are living proof that light overcomes darkness, that hope can be resurrected, that miracles can find the lost. And now that this message has completed its pouring into you, take a moment to simply sit in stillness. Close your eyes. Feel the air around you. There is something different in it now, gentler, more alive. That is the residue of angels. They have passed through. They have whispered blessings into the very walls of your space. They have consecrated your path. And even when these words cease, their work in your life will not. Expect signs. You may feel a sudden breeze with no apparent source. A light bulb may flicker for no reason. A scent may drift by reminding you of someone in heaven. A song may play on the radio that speaks directly to your heart's deepest need. That is not coincidence. That is continuation. Heaven will keep communicating long after these words have ended. And when the adversary attempts to convince you this was not real, remind him of what you felt. Remind him that peace cannot lie. Remind him that your chest did not lighten on its own. Remind him that the warmth you felt did not emanate from your screen. Angels do not require human permission to be real. They simply are, and tonight they stood right beside you. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are guided. You are ready. So rise. Walk as if heaven walks with you, because it does. Speak as if the divine hears every word, because he does. Love as if you have been completely healed, because you have. And sleep tonight as someone who has angels stationed at their door, because you do. Archangel Michael has already begun guarding what is yours. And the divine is smiling, whispering to your spirit, "See, my child, I told you I would never let you go." Even now, as the night deepens around you, the heavens remain wide open. Archangel Michael has not left your side. The veil between the spiritual and physical realms has grown so thin that your heart can almost feel the whisper of angelic wings. The miracle has already begun its unfoldment. It may not explode into your life with dramatic signs, but look closely, quietly, patiently, and you will see it. The shift is here. The weight is lifting. The old is crumbling. The light is flooding in. There is something exquisitely sacred about this silence, isn't there? Something beautiful about the way your heart is finally listening, not just to this message, but to your own soul. You have silenced the noise of the world long enough to hear what is eternal, and in that stillness, the divine speaks with perfect clarity. My child, I never left, and I never will. You are not just healing tonight, you are being reborn. Every breath you take under this divine covering is clearing away years of emotional pain, ancestral trauma, and hidden grief. You are not merely breaking cycles, you are creating new blueprints for those who will come after you. The children of your lineage will feel safer, dream brighter, and walk stronger because of what you have done tonight. They will thrive because you chose not to scroll away, because you chose to believe. Archangel Michael says, I see your wounds. I see the battles you fought in complete silence. I see the heartbreaks you never uttered a word about. But I also see your extraordinary strength. I see the way you continue to love despite everything. I see your profound compassion, and that is why I chose you. Not because you are flawless, but because you are ready. And now heaven is mobilizing on your behalf in ways you cannot yet perceive. Someone is being divinely stirred to bless you. A door is about to swing open. A message is about to reach you. A delay is about to shatter. Things that have been held up for weeks, months, even years are suddenly going to be released into your life like a long-awaited rainfall after an endless drought. And you will look back on tonight and declare, that was the moment it all began. Do not forget what you felt while reading this. Do not brush it aside. Do not return to the noise, the distractions, the fear. Keep the door of your heart open. Keep the light burning bright. Keep this sacred frequency alive. You do not need to transform your entire life overnight. Just transform your atmosphere. Protect your peace. Guard your joy. Watch your words. Speak as one who knows heaven is listening, because it is. And if you awaken tomorrow with tears in your eyes, it is all right. That is release. If you experience strange dreams or sudden clarity or an overwhelming urge to walk away from something toxic, follow that urge. That is your spiritual alignment at work. That is your intuition sharpening. Let it lead. Your prayers are now more powerful than ever before. Your light is now brighter than it has ever been. In your dwelling, it has been marked by heaven. No dark force can cross the boundary that has been drawn tonight. No shadow can survive the fire that now surrounds you. No curse can remain on a soul that has uttered yes to divine restoration. You are chosen. You are protected. You are walking under an open heaven now, and you will start noticing it in the smallest things first. A message from someone you haven't heard from in ages, a sudden resolution to a lingering problem, a random act of kindness, a delay transforming into divine timing. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Your angels will keep reminding you until your heart no longer forgets what it felt tonight. Loved, wanted, chosen, safe. So keep your heart open as you rest. Keep your spirit attuned as you sleep. And know that this message never truly ends. It lives inside you now. If you need to return and read it again tomorrow, do so. Heaven will meet you again and again and again, because that is what real love does. It stays.
You are still here, and that is the most powerful truth of all, because most would have left. Most would have ignored this, scrolled away, convinced themselves it was just another voice on a screen. But not you. You stayed, you listened, you opened, and now your life will never be the same. For when you give heaven your attention, heaven gives you revelation. When you give the angels even a moment of your time, they give you a lifetime of protection. There is still something I need to tell you, something you were meant to know from the moment you drew your first breath. You were never meant to live a small life. That hunger you have always felt, that ache for something more, that feeling that you are destined for something bigger than your current circumstances, that is real, that is divine. That is the seed the divine planted in your soul before your first breath, and the adversary has been trying to bury that seed ever since, with doubt, with pain, with fear, with betrayal, with shame. But seeds grow best underground, and tonight that seed breaks through the soil. You are rising now. Everything you have lost will be returned to you in greater form. Everything that broke you will become your breakthrough. Everything the enemy intended for harm, the divine is actively transforming for your good. I want you to do something bold. When you wake tomorrow, before anything else, speak these words aloud. Heaven, I am ready. That is all. That one simple sentence sends a powerful signal into the atmosphere. It tells your angels to accelerate their work. It lets heaven know your spirit is fully aligned. It declares, I am not merely surviving, I am showing up. And when you show up, so does the miracle. Because the miracle was never delayed, it was waiting for you to believe. And now that you do, it is coming. Listen carefully. Some of you are about to receive news in the next 48 hours that will feel unexpected, perhaps even strange. It may arrive as a conversation, a message, a door opening you never even knocked on. When it happens, do not question it, do not overanalyze it. That is the divine response to your yes. That is the divine moving swiftly because your heart was finally ready. For some of you, the miracle will arrive through rest. Things will feel quieter. People who used to trigger you will no longer have that effect. The drama will begin to dissolve. What used to drain you will not even touch you. That is not apathy. That is peace. That is how you know heaven is building a protective barrier between you and everything that once depleted your energy. And for others, the miracle will manifest as fire, sudden passion, ideas that refuse to let you sleep,
bold dreams waking you at 3 a.m., visions of a future you never permitted yourself to imagine. Write them down, pursue them, trust them. They are not delusions, they are divine downloads. They are the blueprints for the life you were always meant to construct. So no matter how it arrives, whether through fire or peace, through a phone call or a dream, simply remember, this is your time. You are not behind, you are not broken, you are not late. You are precisely on schedule. The angels will walk with you from this night forward. They will enter rooms before you. They will make crooked paths straight. They will give you words when your mouth fails and strength when your knees tremble. You are not alone. Not now, not ever. So sleep tonight in sacred confidence. Smile, even if you do not know why. Breathe as if the war inside you is finally ended, because it has. Say goodbye to who you were. Say hello to who you were born to be. Say thank you to the divine, because he never gave up on you, and now he's just getting started. Heaven is watching, your angels are waiting, and you are ready. You have made it through the storm. Now, beloved, welcome to the light. And even now, heaven is still not finished with you, because when a divine message lands, it does not simply echo once, it keeps unfolding, layer by layer, day by day. Tonight may have been the beginning, but what is coming next is the confirmation, and it will not be small, it will not be subtle. You will see it, you will feel it, you will know it. Because when the divine moves, there is no confusion, only peace, only clarity, only the undeniable realization. This was never random. This was heaven all along. You are going to wake up tomorrow with different eyes. You will notice light in places that used to feel dark. You will see signs where you used to see dead ends. The same world, but with a different spirit. You will be guided toward people who speak to your soul. You will be drawn toward things that feel like peace. And that one thing that used to haunt you, whether heartbreak, fear, or loneliness, will no longer have the same grip on you. Why? Because you broke the agreement, you cut the cord, you answered heaven's call. And if the adversary tries to creep in with doubt tomorrow, if fear attempts to whisper it wasn't real, I want you to speak back out loud. It was real, and I was there when heaven met me. Because you were right here, right now. You let the message in. You allowed the spiritual world to pour into your heart. And that kind of surrender doesn't vanish. It multiplies. This experience didn't end when the message did. It lives in you now. From this moment forward, your room is not just a room, it is a sanctuary. Your heart is not just a heart, it is a vessel. Your life is not just a life, it is a divine assignment. You will begin to see people differently. You will hear things more deeply. You will feel nudges, prompts, little inner urgings. Those are not just thoughts. That is the Holy Spirit sharpening your sensitivity. That is your intuition, now tuned to the frequency of the divine. Pay attention. The more you honor it, the clearer it becomes. And let me say this again so your soul remembers it forever. You are loved, fully, unconditionally, eternally. Not for what you do, not for how perfect you are, just because you are His. You could never outrun His mercy. You could never disqualify yourself from His grace. You are worthy because He made you so. Do not let anyone, not even yourself, convince you otherwise. Tonight, you were given a glimpse of what it feels like to be completely held, completely safe, completely surrounded, and that presence is not leaving. Even when this message ends, even when the screen goes dark, the covering stays, the angels stay, Michael stays. You may hear new sounds tonight in your room, a creak, a breeze, the faint whisper of your name. Do not fear it. That is not something to be afraid of. That is your spiritual eyes opening. That is your guardian shifting. That is heaven checking in. You may experience a dream more vivid than usual, or you may feel as if you were floating in your sleep. These are the signs of soul alignment. This is what happens when the veil between you and the divine becomes thin.
You may even feel the urge to speak to someone tomorrow, to share a word of love, to comfort someone you do not know well. That is not random.
That is the overflow of tonight's miracle, flowing into others through you. You have become a channel now, a carrier of light. What you received tonight was never meant to stop with you, it is meant to flow through you. That is how the divine multiplies. That is how healing spreads. Do not be surprised if someone says you feel different. That is because you are. You are not carrying what you used to. The pain did not win. The fear did not stick. The anxiety did not get the last word. Heaven did. You chose to open your spirit, and in doing so, you activated something ancient and holy. You were never just a name in the system. You are a scroll in heaven, a handwritten masterpiece in the divine story. And now that story continues with power. The adversary hoped you would skip this. He hoped you would scroll, that you would ignore the tug on your spirit. But you did not. You listened, and now he cannot touch you. Not like before. He has lost his permission. And when he tries to come back, you will have the authority to say, "Not here, not anymore." Your home belongs to the divine. Your heart belongs to heaven. Your soul is marked. Your life is blessed. And Archangel Michael is not just passing through, he is staying on assignment for as long as it takes, until the restoration is complete, until the storm fully passes, until you are walking fully in your calling. He will not stop, he promised. So close your eyes tonight, not with fear, but with peace, not with questions, but with thanks, not with heaviness, but with holy rest. The kind of rest that heals from the inside out, the kind of rest that only comes when heaven wraps its wings around you and says, "You are safe now. Sleep. I have got this." You are chosen. You are protected. You are rising. You are loved. Now and forever. And now stay in this energy just a little longer. You have stepped into something sacred, and heaven is still pouring into you. You felt it all, the warmth, the pressure, the tears, the quiet chill in your spine. That is confirmation, beloved. You did not imagine it. That is how you know the divine has been near, closer than the air you breathe. Every angel assigned to your destiny has been activated, and not just for tonight. From this moment on, you are walking under divine surveillance, watched not by fear, but by love. Archangel Michael wants you to know you have been approved for healing, for restoration, for protection, for the kind of miracle that doesn't just change your circumstances, but rewires your entire soul. Your DNA in heaven is being rewritten. No more cycles of pain, no more generational chains, no more silent suffering in places where you were called to shine. Tonight, your name has been whispered in the halls of heaven. Angels spoke it with reverence. The divine looked upon you and said, "That is my child. That one I choose again." Not because of their performance, but because of their heart. Because even when it hurt, they kept hoping. Even when it broke them, they still tried. Even when no one else clapped, they kept showing up. That is what heaven honors. Not perfection, but persistence. Listen now. Tonight is still unfolding. Do not be shocked if your dreams become vivid, if you are awakened at 3:33 or 4:44, if you hear your name in the quiet, feel a presence beside you, or sense your heartbeat syncing with something unseen. That is spiritual alignment. That is your soul remembering the sound of heaven. That is what it feels like when the veil between earth and the divine becomes thinner. You have been walking in survival. Now you will walk in revelation. Your eyes will start to see things others ignore. Your heart will feel shifts before they happen. You will walk into rooms and sense whether they are spiritually safe or not. This is not paranoia, it is discernment, and it is one of your greatest gifts. Heaven just unlocked a deeper level in you. Use it wisely. Guard your peace. Protect your atmosphere. You are not just a person, you are a carrier of divine light. Now your body is a vessel, your home is a sanctuary. The divine is not done. This is not the end of a message, it is the beginning of a movement in your life.
The people who left you, let them go. The plans that failed, they were not meant to hold your future. Heaven is rearranging your path with holy precision. The delays were not denial, they were divine detours. You were rerouted for protection, for preparation, for something better than you imagined. You may still feel a little uncertain. That's okay. Transformation is never instant. It is a slow turning, a gradual unfolding. But tonight, the first thread was pulled, and from here, everything unravels in your favor. You will notice your thoughts clearing. You will speak with more authority. You will say no to things that used to tempt you. You will crave peace like never before. And it won't be because you are trying harder, but because your spirit is finally breathing again. You are no longer carrying what was never yours. The guilt, the pressure, the exhaustion, they are being lifted one layer at a time. If you wake up tomorrow and something feels different, it's because it is. That invisible fog you have lived in for months, it's breaking, and soon you will look back and wonder how you ever lived in it for so long. Do not rush. Do not try to control this process. Just flow with it. Let the Spirit lead. Let the angels work. Let your soul rest. You have done enough. And now, one final message from Michael himself. I have fought for you in realms you cannot name. I have stood at the gates of your home with flaming sword in hand. And tonight I declared, no more fear, no more torment, no more hiding. You are covered in divine fire now. You are sealed with heavenly light, and nothing, no darkness, no attack, no plan can penetrate what the divine has claimed as his own. You, beloved, are free. So rest tonight, smile softly, breathe fully, and know this: the message reached you, the angels stayed, the divine moved, and your story just turned a divine page. And even as the minutes pass, heaven is still here, watching, holding, listening. Every second you remain in this moment, you are giving your spirit permission to reconnect with the light you were born from. You are not just a person going through life randomly. You are a divine soul on a sacred path, and right now, that path is lighting up beneath your feet. Even if it feels uncertain, even if fear still tries to whisper, light always finds the next step when you walk by faith. You have been asking for confirmation that you are not broken beyond repair. Here it is. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every crack in your heart has allowed more light to enter. Every scar you carry is proof that you healed once and you will heal again. And what you thought disqualified you is the very thing that qualifies you for this next season. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are exactly right in divine timing. Tonight is not an ending. It is an invitation to rest deeply, to believe completely, to rise powerfully, because something new is awakening in you, something ancient, something holy, the part of you that remembers what it feels like to walk in joy, the part that used to sing without shame, the part that still believes in miracles even if it has been silent for years. That part is coming back to life now, because love, real divine love, is reaching for you, and it has never stopped reaching. The angels rejoice every time your heart says yes, even if it's a quiet yes, a hesitant yes, a scared but willing yes, because heaven knows that even the smallest yes can move the biggest mountain. And Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, the protector of truth, the defender of your destiny, heard your yes tonight, and he is standing guard now. Until morning comes, until your eyes open, until your strength returns, you are being covered in a kind of peace the world cannot give. You may wake up tomorrow with clarity you didn't expect, with energy that doesn't make sense, with ideas that feel like they came out of nowhere. Don't doubt it. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. That is divine timing. That is the divine breathing new life into your purpose. Watch how things start to flow. Conversations that once drained you will no longer affect you. People who triggered old wounds will no longer have power. Worry will begin to melt away. not because life becomes perfect, but because you are spiritually grounded, firm, rooted, reconnected. You will not be shaken so easily anymore because something eternal has anchored itself in your soul tonight. And don't be surprised if someone reaches out to you tomorrow, someone you were meant to hear from. That's heaven confirming this moment again. It could be a message, a memory, a second chance. Do not resist it. Let it happen. Let love in. Let peace in. Let the divine show you what happens when you trust just once with everything.
You are going to notice people treating you differently. Some will be drawn to your light. Some will pull away. Let them. Do not chase those who recoil from your awakening. They were only comfortable with the dimmed-down version of you, but you cannot stay dim anymore. You were made to shine, made to carry light into dark places, made to shift atmospheres just by walking into rooms. And you will. You already are. Even if nothing looks different on the outside yet, know this. Something irreversible has changed on the inside. You have stepped into your divine identity. You have remembered who you are, and no darkness can steal that from you again. You are sealed in the light now, covered in fire, surrounded by grace, guided by divine intelligence. This is not hype. This is heaven. You will start dreaming more vividly now. Not every dream will make sense, but some will linger with a strange clarity. That is your angels planting wisdom into your subconscious. Do not ignore it. Keep a notebook nearby. Write down anything that feels sacred. Heaven is speaking to you more directly now, not just in dreams, but in thoughts, impressions, signs, music, conversations. Stay alert. Stay open. You are entering a season of accelerated clarity. Where confusion once ruled, peace will now lead. Where fear once screamed, your faith will now answer. Where delays kept you stuck, flow will now take over. The fog is clearing, the tension is easing, the path is unfolding, and you are walking with angels. Take a moment right now to place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe and whisper this: I am safe. I am seen. I am supported by heaven. My home is sacred. My journey is protected. My future is unfolding perfectly. And as you breathe out, feel the weight leave your shoulders. Feel your body relax. That is not just a mental trick. That is the presence of the divine. That is your nervous system reacting to divine truth. That is what happens when heaven comes close. From this day forward, life will feel different. You will carry a softness you forgot you had, a strength you never knew was yours, a stillness that silences chaos. You have crossed over into something holy now. You cannot go back, and you will not want to. Tonight is just the beginning. You are going to start noticing miracles in motion, not always the kind you expect, but the kind you need, the kind that changes your spirit before it changes your circumstances, and those are the most lasting miracles of all. You will speak more gently now, not because you are weak, but because you have met true power. You will love more boldly now, not because you are naive, but because love is the strongest force in heaven and on earth. You will trust more fully, not because life is easy, but because the divine has proven that he is good. And yes, darkness may still try to whisper, but now you know how to answer, not with panic, not with fear, but with peace. You will smile and say, I know who I am, and I know who walks with me. You will remember this moment. You will return to it in times of doubt. You will say, this was the night I felt heaven in my room. Because you did, and you still do. You are wrapped in light. You are surrounded in love. You are held in holy hands. You are the living, breathing evidence that miracles still happen. And the most sacred part? This is only the beginning.